Well, I've had my first failure. Zip fell apart. So the zip came apart and won't come back on. I barely touched it. Look at that. Cheap aluminium, crappy thing. Now I've got no zip, no way of zipping this up. All right, sit rep. We've got a couple of leaks and it's dripping. Look at that. It's coming in. Oops. What was that? Oh no, it just ripped off. I barely stood on it. So this is the bit that's leaking on both ends of the tent right here. Welcome back everybody. It's another camper with Tony from Maybe Camping. We're out in the middle of nowhere. It's gonna chuck down with rain. I'm in all my waterproofs, got a massive new tent, and I've got my new awning on my truck up here. So what I'm thinking is I need a space to hang out under, to cook and everything else. So I wanna set the tent up first, and then we'll get the awning out just as an area I can hang out. It probably means I have to bring the truck, turn it around. But first I think what we'll do is we'll get the tent set up. So let's get that done. We'll get a move on. No Bernie on this trip, he's not allowed in this area. And Anne was busy with the dogs anyways. They had things to do today, so let's get this done. All right, we've got the Pomoly Barracuda 4. This is a big tent, weighs a lot. I'm excited to use it and I haven't had a chance yet. So it's brand new. I haven't even taken it out of the bag and set it up before. I've taken the poles out just to check everything's in here, but that's it. It comes with 2 inners. It's got a lot of poles and pegs. Big, massive pegs. Look at the size of these things. These are probably the most impressive pegs I've ever seen that come with a tent. It's insane. And here's the tent. Right, so we have no wind at the moment. So what I'll do is I won't bother pegging it down first. I'll get the poles set up first. I'm hoping they're color coded. You never can tell. It looks like they might be. Now, one thing I have noticed with these Pomoly tents is there's usually no instructions with them at all. And I did look and there was not even a video online to explain how to use it. So Pomoly, if you're watching this, instructions. All right, let's get all these poles set up first. Holy pomoly, that's a long pole. That's so long. I think I'm going to own that phrase. Holy pomoly. Only when we're using a Pomoly tent. I should point out, as usual, I bought this myself. Didn't get sent to me. Right now, this is an all-in-one setup because the inners are, well, you put the inners up after you've set up the main tent. So here's where we pray everything is in order. Now, as I said, this is a big, big tent. And yet there are no instructions. So I'm just going to have to guess what you do. All right. Okay, it looks like it's color coded. So we've got red pole marker here. And then we've got a couple of other black pole markers. Yeah. All right, I guess we just start sticking things in and see what happens. Obviously you're meant to peg this down first, but let's just go for it and see what happens. Right, I'm going to start with a red. All right, I'll put another red in. All right, we're getting somewhere. Right, I can see the silver. We'll put those in next. And another silver. All right, and then the two massive black poles here. They're going to go in the ends. All right, I've already run into a problem. It's snagging on one end. So it looks like this point here, the thread is blocking the pole from going through. So I've pulled it as hard as I can and it's opened it up a bit. Okay, now we're through. All right, that did it. This might be easier to pull them all out first, I don't know. But you don't know until you try. So I'm going to push this one in, just to make it tight. Right, next one. Some of these threads are really jammed. Much easier with two people. Excuse the arse shot. Alright, I think we're pretty much there. Alright, now what I need to do is connect all of these poles and pop it up. So I think the best way to do this, just as a guess, I'm assuming you pop the short sides up first, then the long sides. So let's try that. Just need to get the, okay, so this pole is in. Right, so I'm going to do the long sides first, the short sides first. Right, so what I need to do is clip all of these in first so I can push from that end. Okay, here we go. So they're in, so let's go for it. We'll start with the red one. Oh, you know what? No, it's going to have to be the long ones first. Okay, long ones first. They just don't want to pop up. Ah. My word, I wish there were instructions. Oh, it's just so heavy, it doesn't want to go. No, I don't know. Don't know what to do. Maybe we will just do. All right, let me try the silver one, because the silver one looks like it's got a bit more flex in it. What a pain. I'm sure someone's going to say there'll be a video online, and there really isn't, trust me. All right, let's try this. So we'll pick it up, push. Might be easier if this was pegged down. Ah! Right, pegs. Right, let me get my hammer. Okay, and the bag of pegs. Oh, and it's got some guy lines in there as well. All right, let's try pegging this down. Honestly, Pomoli, you could have made this a lot easier if you just put instructions in. All right, well, first of all, I need to move it over a bit because I want to be over here more. All right, that's good. Okay. Oh, come on. All right, the poles are seated. Let's try this. Right, we'll go with red. No, it's just not going to work. I think I'm going to have to take these long poles out. Oh my gosh. What a pain. It just won't lift. I think you need 2 people. The weight is incredible. Let's try this. Oh, I might have it. Oh, great success. I did it. Wow. Gotta say, that was pretty rough going. All right, it was just getting that first one. Woo. Holy moly. Oh, come on. These poles are a nightmare, I have to say. This is quite possibly the most frustrating setup experience I've ever had. The poles just want to come undone so easily. All right, so now we can get the long ends in. You know what? You've got to have 2 people to do this tent. It's just too difficult otherwise. Oh, I'm getting hot. Oh man, finally, we're there. Right, you have to pull the ends tight. So what I need to do first is, oh look. All right, we've got to start pegging it down. Then I'll tighten it up at that end. So I need to just move the tent a little bit because I've got a rock here. I'm going to move it back just a small amount. Okay, I think now we can start to peg it down. So let's tighten these end straps up. Wow, that's tight. Whew, holy moly. Okay, I think we're good. Finally. All right, let's just check it all. All right, it looks good. Right, we'll peg the ends down and then the front and back. Who feels like giving this a go instead of me? Rest of the poles, pegs. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, it comes with a lot of pegs. I'm assuming it's got so many pegs because of the amount of guy lines this thing can use. Anyway, let's get on with it. There's rocks everywhere. Now I've just noticed that actually you can peg these out as well for extra room and extra stability. So, we've got some pretty strong winds coming tonight, so I might have to do that. Now I don't know where you're meant to attach the guy lines. I guess these loops Must be. This does not feel overly strong. Maybe once it's guyed down, it'll feel better. Okay. Couldn't have picked a rockier spot. So I think you're meant to guy this down as well. The door. So that's why it comes with so many pegs. There's flaps there that you have to guy down too. Right. I'm going to do all the pegs and I'll bring you back. Okay, all pegged out. Right, so what we're going to do is, there's two inners for in here. I'm going to set up one inner. I just need to work out which side to put the inner. To be honest, I'm going to just chuck it in there, but let's have a look inside for now and see what we're dealing with. I haven't looked inside yet. Oh, and I can already tell I've guyed this to the wrong thing. Hang on. Oh, man. Okay, so the guy lines, by the way, the guy lines, there's 8 guy lines and they're attached to these straps around this pole. These do not look the strongest. I don't know if I would trust this tent in a major storm. I just don't know. I would probably want to guy the ends as well, but there's a lot of movement. I don't know, it could be strong enough, we'll see. Right, let's roll this thing up, see what we're dealing with. So there's a lot of toggles on this thing, and I don't know what they're all for. But you can roll these sides away as well, if you want to. So you can open the whole door up. So that's what these toggles on the side here are for, is to roll all of it away and have one side sort of as a rain protection. But for now, we're going to roll up one door and have a look inside. Right, I'm liking the toggles. Pretty easy to use. Oh, just as I said that. Maybe not. Okay. And that's going to stop rain just coming straight in off the roof as well. It's going to hopefully flow around to the sides, which would be good. Oh, I can just stand up in here. Right, you know what I think I'm going to do? Well, I think what we'll do is, I need to feel what way the wind's coming. So as soon as I know what the wind and the rain is doing, I will adjust these flaps. So let's go in and have a look. Right, so it's a nice space in here. I have to say, a very nice space indeed. So we've got windows at the end here. There's mesh behind this stuff, so you can see out if it's. Seems to be permanent mesh here. Oh, I get it. Okay, so you open these up. You can do that all the way around. Obviously, if you've got snow blowing, spin drift and stuff, you're not going to do this. But again, I don't think this tent can be used if there's going to be snow, spindrift, windy conditions, because everything will blow in underneath here. Snow just blows straight in, and this doesn't have snow flaps on it. But most people, I guess, won't be using it for that. I also think snow is going to build up on here a lot, and there's no way that could take the loading. So unless you've got a hot tent running all the time, you couldn't walk away from this as a base camp tent. This would serve a very unique purpose, this tent, I think. And then what we got here up above is 2 stove jacks. 1, 2. And you can work out in advance which one you want to use, and interestingly, the hole is not cut. Oh no, the stove jack's not cut through. So I'm gonna have to get a knife and cut my own stove jack in. And I have to see how you access it. Gosh, you have to be tall, I tell you that much. Right, well, if my door's gonna be here, I want the thing over here. So, what we're gonna have to do is, oh look, you see, I keep attaching the wrong thing to the pegs. There, that's better. Okay. Right, so, don't know if you can make that out. This is the stove jack. You open this up. This flap here. Now, I can't tell if there's any way to, oh yeah, here we go. So that rolls up like so. There's a toggle. I'm having to do this one-handed while I film. All right. Excuse me. Okay, there we go. And then there's some Velcro here. I'm not sure what this Velcro is for. There doesn't seem to be anything to attach to it at all. This is very odd. What an odd setup, yeah. So I guess what that's for is if you have another separate piece that you want to Velcro onto top of that, which you can do, I guess, because there's no reason for it. There's nothing here. There isn't even a zip in here. There's nothing. But now I've opened it, I can cut a hole here, like that, and stick my chimney up there. It is a nice space. It is nice. I'm saying nice a lot. Windows, mesh. This is all seam sealed here. Everything's seam sealed really well. And these hooks here are for the inner, to attach the inner to. So the inner goes wherever you want to put it, here or there. But you see what I mean about the gaps underneath? Spindrift is going to come flying in there. I can just stand up in here, right in the middle. The specs on their website for the Barracuda 4 are completely wrong. They say it's way bigger than it really is. I mean, this space is a lot smaller than I thought it would be. I will just about be able to get my cot in there. Just about. And you have to, because there are sandflies here, so you've got to have your inner all set up. But I still think it's a good space to just sit and hang out. I wouldn't want 4 people in here, but definitely for 2 people, or 1 person and a dog, lots of room. Right, I'm gonna get my knife and we're gonna cut a hole. Right, I've brought my stove in, because what I think I'm gonna do is, so this is the RBM, it's brand new, I've never used this one, it's a smaller version of what I've already got. So what I'm gonna do is, take out a roof section. Okay, so this is going to have to clip on top. This is the bit that's got to go through. But that's the wider section. Okay, so it's got to fit this. So what I will do is I'm going to etch around it. Now you could just cut you could just cut, I guess, a square and then make that bigger if you want. I guess I could do that. So it's going to start from here and it's going to end about there. Okay. Like that. Yeah. And then the same across. Wow, this stuff cuts too easily. Way too easily. Yeah, it's going to be like that. Okay. And then I'll be able to, I hope, okay, that works. So let's just take all the stove pieces out and start building this thing up. Now it's important to use all the stove length that you can, because you don't want to get any ash or whatever embers on the tent, and it just works better if you have it fully lengthened. All right. Okay. So we've got some cardboard in here. How did they get that in? All right. Now this stove, come on. It does have also steel on the outside if you want, but I've got the glass exposed because I want to see the flames. Yeah, so this is made by RBM. All right, and what we'll do is we'll have it set up here. I can always turn it around if I have to. Alright. So just make sure it's straight. Straightish. There we go. Oh yeah. Alright, let's go outside and see what that looks like. There we go. How's that? Looks pretty good, yeah? Now we might get some water in, but it doesn't matter because there's no floor in here. And I don't even think this comes with a full floor for the middle bit, which is good. This door won't touch the stove, which is also good. Let's close this down now anyway. Snag zips. There we go. Good stuff. Yeah. All right, we're looking good. Look at this thing. This is a good looking stove and tent. I have to say, that's a nice looking setup. I do like this. Even though it was a pain to set up first time, and I'd never set it up, I do like the look of this tent. I like the flexibility of wherever you want to put the stove. What I don't like is the fact that it's so exposed at the bottom. And you will get snow and everything's blowing in. If it's windy, everything is coming in. And there's no way to secure this thing down to the ground, really. I don't know how you could do it. I guess you could try and peg these right down and pull it tight here. But even then, you're still going to have a bit of a gap. Like, there's nothing you can do to move it down. It's just not designed to come all the way down. Hey ho, is what it is. I don't think it's designed for heavy snow. Right, I've got a whole load of stuff I need to unpack, but first of all, I think what we'll do is we'll just move the truck over so I can double up and I can use my awning as well. And I might set the awning up as a cover over the front door here. We'll see. I'll try and work it out. Yeah, I think this will be good. I just can't remember where the how far this hinges out. Oh well, what we'll do is we'll open it up, and then if I need to adjust it, we'll move a bit. So this is the new Darchi hard shell. For those who've been following my channel a while, you'll know that my old awning got ripped off and destroyed, bent, everything. I almost lost the roof in a massive storm. So this is the replacement that I got. Okay. So it's got this nifty magnet thing to hold the ends. Gosh, need to be a bodybuilder to open it. There we go. And then you're gonna like this. So simple. Oh, and perfect timing with the rain. Yeah, that's what I thought. I need to move forward probably a meter. And I could probably get away with, let's see, I could move left a bit. Yeah, I could move left a bit. Okay, how's that looking? Oh, that's better. Here comes the rain. Okay, we've got to we're going to attach, there's one, actually I think this one only has one guy that you have to do all the way around the other side. And then we can pull it open, and I think we're good. Oh, you know what? I could have come forward even more. Have I got room? Yep, I'll come forward a bit more. Oh, perfect. Okay, that'll be great. Yeah, I think that'll work. So this is probably the simplest of all of the awnings I've ever had. The easiest to set up with the most cover for what you get. Oh, perfect. Means I can cook. If I have to, I can work out here. Just another option. Now, it does have poles that I can attach and then guy those down if I need to. but you only need them in strong wind, and there isn't any wind at the moment. So if it gets windy, I'll set the poles up. All right, now I can get everything out of the van, out of the truck, and chuck it in the back of the, chuck it in the tent. My table. Cooking stuff. Got my bed. All my drinks and food. And I've got my chair. I've got a spare tarp in case I needed it, which I won't. Right, let's get all our fuel in. I've got charcoal. Need fire lighters and a lighter. More cooking stuff. Woo! I've got my food in my fridge. We don't need the lights on right now. Turn those off, save my power. And let's get everything set up inside. Right, so what we'll do, do I want to set the inner up first? I don't think so. We don't need the inner until tonight. I've got my bedding in the back of the truck, so that's okay. So we'll just leave everything as it is for now. I just need to set the table up. I've got to get a thermocell set up because I've got bugs, sandflies everywhere trying to get to me. Okay. Right, table. Swivel chair. Oh, I really want to get this fire lit. It's getting cold in here. Temperature's dropping fast. I'm going to get to freezing pretty soon, I think. Ah, come on. You know, I've yet to get a chair that just 100% works. this one kind of works. There we go. Oh. I'm down. Oh, I'm out of the rain, which is great. There's no floor to get wet. And now I can light the fire. And I've got this insane view outside. But I've got so much space in here, it's crazy. This is just a superb space. Now, if this was windy, I don't know. I guess you'd set up opposite the wind, hunker down, but it's a nice, good space. Right, let's get this fire lit. Right, I've got a little bit of wood in here as well. And of course I've got the paper bag. So I can tear this up into pieces, use it later. Right, so this stove, it's got an ashtray. And this is their small RBM stove. So I'll take fire lighters. Chuck a couple of those on. Now I get a lot of comments saying, oh, it's the wrong way around because the chimney's at the front. I've had this comment on the other one. I've confirmed with RBM why they've done this. It's because it's a spark arrestor. So what happens is the chimney actually, the air flows out the back here, then up here, then up. Stops any sparks. It's just the way they've set it up. It's the way they've designed it. There's nothing wrong with the way I've got it set up at all. So if you've got a problem with it and it's triggering you that my chimney pipe looks wrong, I don't want to hear about it. You can go and write to RBM and tell them off building it wrong if you want. So brand new. It's going to smoke a bit, I think, on the outside as it gets cranking. So we'll let that crank. So door is open. Check it out. Right, I think we should go outside and see what the smoke looks like. Let's have a look. Oh, it's smoking. So you see, I'm just far enough away as well with the awning that it's not going to affect that. I didn't want to get it too close. That's why I don't want to overlap fully the door. But that works well. I can easily swivel this around if I want to have it on the other side. But this works well where it is. What a setup. Look at my setup. How amazing is that? With the beautiful sound of the birds. Oh, we're cranking. It's going to get toasty in here, I just know it. And I've got a whole other bag of charcoal in the back if I need it. I've got my dinner in my fridge here. I've got a curry in the back there. I've also got a pie just in case I want to have a pie. And I've got a naan and sausages and burgers in there just in case. I'm feeling happier now. Setup was a pain, gotta say. Yeah, I'm feeling much happier. Right, now we seem to be attracting some bugs and things, so I've got my thermocell. We'll get that cranking. That'll scare them all away. This thing will get hot very quickly. And then I think we'll put the kettle on it and maybe we'll have a cup of coffee because I feel like I need a cup of coffee. Right, kettle. Right, now one thing that you do have to be careful of in a hot tent is the stovepipe. I can feel that thing is so hot. It's giving off a lot of heat. if you touch it with your jacket or anything, it's game over. Okay, I've got some coffees. I need my kettle. Oh, and I've got water. Yeah, so you're constantly wary. Let me just turn you around a bit so I can see you. You're constantly wary of touching the stovepipe. So what I will do is probably, because I've got all the vents open, it'd be interesting to see how long this takes. Yeah, I've got all the vents open. This feels hot already. That's going to cook. That's going to boil really fast, I think. That little amount of wood. I want to get this thing cranking. You're meant to, I think you're meant to let them go through a burn process and then let them cool down, but I don't have time for any of that nonsense. Yeah, it comes with gloves even. So what I think we'll do is we'll empty some of this charcoal out here, just so I don't have to keep sticking my hand in to get it. And chuck this in. So just to be clear, this is charcoal, not coal. I've had comments before from some very ignorant people saying that's bad for the environment, that's fossil fuel. No, this is charcoal. Charcoal is pre-burnt wood, in case you didn't know that. It smokes less, it gives off very good heat, and leaves less ash. Okay, there was a flaw in my plan here, but it's okay. All right, how does that look from the side? Completely sooted up, good. That's gonna get toasty hot. And I need a cup. We're gonna have a couple of lattes. Oh, I feel good now. Now I'm all set up, ready to go. Now I feel good. I'm also, the thing is with hot tents, I don't usually like hot tents because they're just too hot for me. It's like you can't regulate the temperature properly. But I think this tent's going to work well because it's got good venting. It's got good, I tell you what, the seam sealing looks good. I've got no water coming down the pipe either, which is a good sign. And the water is, the DWR coating on this tent, the water is sheening off really nicely. I like it. I wish it had a window, but I know that adds weight, but I wish there was just a clear, somewhere, a clear window that I could look out of when if it was really bad conditions and I had to hunker down. But to be honest, this is such a great space. I think during the day when you're looking out and everything, you just don't have the bedroom set up. You don't bother setting it up like this, and then I've got so much room. And then once you're ready to go to bed, you just hook it all up. It can't be that big a problem unless you're really drunk. I can't imagine it's a big problem. I can't wait to set this up tonight. That's going to be great. Right, so to get the temperature up in here, I think I'm going to shut all this off out here. Yeah, so I think what we'll do is we'll close this door. So here's where you've got to be careful. Do not let it touch the stove. All right, Pomoli, these things here, these toggles, I don't like them. See that toggle there? Can you see that? It's just finicky. It's not big enough. I need 2 hands to do it. It's not great. They need to be bigger loops here. I see what they've done. They've just copied what they've got in the rest of it. But if you're in a hurry, or if you've got freezing cold hands or whatever, you don't want to be dealing with this. Okay, and then we'll zip this up. And we're good. Let's see, does that touch the stove? Whoa, 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 whoa. It does. That was close. But actually, gosh, sorry, it was really close. It touched the handle. The back is actually a cooling system, so there's actually a gap there. See? So it actually touched that, which is okay. That's not a big deal, because that doesn't get hot enough to burn it. Snagged it. Okay. Let's see. All right. Pull it tight. All good. Perfect. I can leave this open, my door. So we just got that closed. We'll go in the other side. In our spaceship. Space tent. Look at that. What? Looks epic. Looks absolutely epic. And I think could be one of the best tents I've had. Except for the setup. What do you all think of this tent? Worth it? I think so. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, bring you back for coffee. Well, I've had my first failure. Typical. Zip fell apart. So the zip came apart and won't come back on. Yeah. The zips are weak. So you can see it's just come off. See, nothing attached. And it's got minimal protection to stop that from happening. Now I've got to try and rethread the zip. What a pain. Alright, so pair of pliers, I managed to thread it back on. It just comes apart. It's not YKK, it's some really weak material. The metal, the attachments, I can see right through. I can see what the problem is. It's just some cheap metal. These are not YKK zips. That would be a major problem. So, now it's broken. I barely touched it. Look at that. Cheap aluminium, crappy thing. Now I've got no zip, no way of zipping this up. Luckily, there are Velcro tabs. But no, this is not a storm-worthy tent. No, no, no. I think if you want a storm-worthy tent, you've got to go Hilleberg or Nortent, something like that. But no, not Pomoli. This is the only time I haven't used a Chinese tent for such a long time. And to be honest, this is why. They're just not very good. They aren't. Nature hike is pretty good sometimes, but I have been let down by Chinese gear so much that I just don't even bother using it anymore. And that's why. So, sorry Pomoli, no. This tent needs a lot of work on it. You've got to fix these zips, put YKK zips in. You've probably got to use DAC poles, because I don't think your poles are strong enough either. I can't believe that just broke. Look at that. I barely crimped it, barely. And it snapped. It's got this tiny little point here. Oh, You'd be up the creek if you were in a storm in this thing, in the snow or anything like that. I think you'd be struggling big time. Luckily, I got tools, although they didn't actually help me fix it. And I don't carry spare zips with me, because you shouldn't have to. Luckily, it's got Velcro. If it didn't have Velcro, I don't know what I'd do. That's going to blow straight open. Look at that. I might have to duct tape that tonight from the inside. Oh well, at least I've got one zip left on this side. But look how weak they are. Look at that. It's a feeble zip. Hey ho. Well, I guess I'll just roll it back up for now. Excuse the arse shot. Oh, thank God for Velcro. I actually have some clamps with me as well. So I might be able to rig up some sort of system to clamp this together tonight, in case it gets windy. Oh, and I can see that we're almost boiling in here. Time for coffee. That's disappointing. In case you're wondering, I always find the failures. If a piece of gear isn't quite up to it, I invariably find out. So I should explain that this camp, I wanted to test this tent. Now this tent cost me a lot of money. I think it was 800, I think it was 800 US maybe? I mean, and it's already broken. The zip lasted 2 goes, and it went. So I think I might have to ask Pomoli for my money back. I don't know if they honor that, to be honest. Shipping overseas from China, I don't know if they honor anything like that. So we'll see, and I'll let you all know what the outcome is. But that's now completely unusable. Someone's going to say, oh, just put stronger zips on yourself. Oh, I get the same comment every time. Someone out there is a MacGyver that doesn't mind mediocre, crappy gear that goes wrong or is built cheap. Anyway, I've got a nice hot fire. That's working fine. Everything else is good. I think I could see one small leak. I've got a tiny leak up here as well, just where it connects to the bedroom vestibule bit, the bedroom. There's a drop of water here. So it's coming through the seam sealant somewhere here. One drop. Okay. Well, let's hope we don't get any leaks anywhere else tonight, because we've got a lot of rain to come. It's just me, I find these things, I really do. Cheers, everybody. Right, I'm going to relax, chill out, and I'm going to bring you back for dinner. Oh, and the time now is 5 p.m. Oh, welcome back, everybody. It is absolutely chucking down out there. We're almost ready for dinner time. I just wanted to put a beanie on, so I hope I've got with me. Oh no. Oh dear. I think I've forgotten my beanie. Oh no, here it is. Yay! Because my hat is a bit wet, so I need this to dry off. I'll just put this under the stove. I've just filled that up again. Oh, this thing, skull cap is so warm. Oh, instant warmth. I'm trying to dry everything off. Because I went for a little wander and I got wet. So, here's the situation. I've refilled this. It takes a while with charcoal to get hot. The temperature at the moment out there is 8 centigrade, 8 Celsius. Tonight is meant to snow. I don't know. As soon as this gets hot enough, so what's the time now? It's 6:30. As soon as this gets hot enough, I think we'll cook dinner. But what I'm definitely going to do now is have a lovely glass of wine. Now I'm looking to see if there are any leaks in here. And apart from that one drop up there, I don't see anything. No. Right, so what I need to do is, this is getting on my nerves. I'll hang it here. Right, so what I've also done, I'll get there. Okay, glass of wine first, hang on. Okay. Whew. Right, I can move over here a bit now. So this is a Tomato 2023 Cigar Tomato Estate. If you can make that out. It's from New Zealand. And of course we're in New Zealand, for those who don't know. So I've used a couple of my clamps and I've clamped the door shut at the bottom and midway. So along with the Velcro, I think it's going to hold. Shouldn't be a problem. It will leak through that door, but that's to be expected. I don't think it's going to leak anywhere else. We should be good. And then I'm going to set the inner on this side, away from that side of the door, because I think this is the best place to set it up. It's pretty vast. The inner actually, I think it comes almost out to the stove. So it's pretty big. All of this is going to be an inner tent. Now you'll see water is dripping in here, but that's okay. That's coming off the awning and it doesn't matter. There's no floor here to get wet, so it makes no difference. That's the beauty of not having a floor in the middle bit. Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah, lovely. So actually, I'm thinking what I'll do is, I've got a curry, and I might as well slow cook it on here because this isn't burning hot right now. It's actually a good temperature. So that's what I might do. Slow cook it. I'm behind here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Alright, so I've got a Beacon Sons Indian beef curry. Actually, let me just turn the screen around so I can see. Yeah, so Beacon Sons Indian beef curry. It's absolutely chucking down, but it's not getting to me. I'm okay. I know it will probably look bad on there, on the camera, but it is completely missing the stove. I could even rotate the stove inwards and cook here. Actually, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. Right, fireproof gloves. I've got my own gloves with me. Yeah, I'm going to rotate this stove round. Now I've got to do it carefully, gingerly, not disrupt anything. Does that work? Perfect. I think you can even see the flame in there. Check it out. Now definitely nothing is coming anywhere near me. So now you can see the front. You've got some flames on the side. It's all looking good. Yep, so let's get this set up. So I've got an Uncle Ben's rice, I've got this Beacon Sons curry. I've had this before and it's absolutely superb. So we'll put that in the pot. Oh, this is going to be so good. In case you're wondering, in case you're new to my channel or don't know anything about New Zealand, there are no predators here. It is absolutely coming down. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but boy oh boy, it's chucking down. This is gonna get very wet, this spot here. Look, I could close the door and put the camera inside and be completely sealed in here, baking hot, lovely toasty. But then you wouldn't get to see the rain. You would just hear it. I could, you know, might as well be in a camper van if I'm doing that. I want the door open so I get some of the ambience as well. All right, so there's the curry. That's all good. And then we will add, mix in with it, my Ben's rice, Uncle Ben's rice. It's not called Uncle Ben's anymore, I don't know why, but Ben's rice. Oh, that's cranking now, the fire, it's lovely. I might even have to turn it down a bit to cook on it, so it doesn't burn. Okay, we're gonna add all this rice. Yeah, I'm in New Zealand, there's no predators, sorry, I think that's what I was trying to say. No predators at all. Now, I do have a naan bread as well to go with this, which I will cook on the top there. So all the curry needs to do is be warmed up. That's it. Oh man, I'm salivating thinking about this. Okay, so how hot is this thing? Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna put it on here, but I'm not gonna cover it with a lid yet. I'm pretty sure you can see all this water, this rain. I'm fairly certain you can see it. Wow, why is this wobbling around? It's cavitating. That was weird. Okay, so we might have to turn it down a bit. So it doesn't burn. I don't want to put the lid on because I want to be able to see if there's an issue. Okay. So we'll give it a stir, just see how hot this is. All right, I reckon that will only be about 15 minutes. And we'll have a piping hot curry. And then I'll put the naan on here as well. Hey, you know what? You know what? Let's just heat the naan up now. Yeah. So I've got a garlic, there's two garlic naans in here. Woo! Garlic, woo! Let's put that, I'll put that on the back of the stove. Just to start getting that hot. Oh, it's steaming. Okay, let's turn this down. to minimum. I really don't want to blast or incinerate this thing, get it burnt. That's how hot this stove gets. It's just so quick. Okay, we're going to let that cook. And then we will tuck in to our massive curry meal. And I can already smell the bread cooking. Yep. I might put the bread on top here, because that was burning straight away. All right, all good. Okay, I think the curry is ready. So, I think we're bubbling in here. Oh yeah, we're bubbling. Check that out. Look at that lovely curry. Oh, beautiful Indian curry. So that's ready. So what we'll do is, I might just put the lid on that. And then take my naan, put it directly on top, and this should take literally seconds. I mean, that's smoking immediately. I just want to cook the bottom of it. Wow, that's, oh my gosh, no, too quick, too quick. Okay, no choice, I'm gonna have to do this in the GSI pan and let it heat up in there, because I want a hot naan. Don't want a cold naan. I tell you what, sitting next to this fire, knowing I'm about to have a curry with red wine in the middle of nowhere, chucking with rain, and I'm warm. I'm so toasty here. The temperature outside is now 7 Celsius. And I love the rain. I can't remember the last time I had just a nice, cozy rain camp. Look at this. It's nuts. I just can't remember the last time. What I might do is move one of these lights so you can see the rain, because it's a trick. If you put a light behind, usually you pick the rain up more. I don't know. Okay, where are we going with this? Okay, it's hot. It's getting hot. Yep. We're going to have a hot naan. So we will eat the curry out of the pan so I don't have to clean up a plate. And I don't know. I'm a bit of a hillbilly when it comes to eating, and I don't usually have a table to sort of eat on, but I will in this case. I'll be a little bit sophisticated. Now I've turned my thermostat off quite a while ago. All right. Oh, it's cooking. The naan is ready. Don't knock my wine over. Oh, my curry is steaming. My wine is nice. Got a beautiful naan here. Is it ready to go? Oh, yeah, that's ready to go. All right, everyone. Camping as it should be. Let me move back a bit. Indian curry, garlic naan, basmati rice, and a beautiful sirah. Cheers, everyone. And I see the wind has picked up a bit as well. Now I haven't put the poles on the awning, but I have guyed it down. So it should be stable enough for now. Tonight I might close the awning. I don't know, we'll see. All right, let's see how this is. Oh, it looks good. Oh, that's good. So good. All right, everyone, I'm going to chow down my curry and bring you back for cigar time. All right, sit rep. Absolutely chucking down. We've got a couple of leaks. So, same spot in each corner. Here, you can see leaking. You see that water coming down? Now, it's just a couple of drops through the zip area here, but that's soaked. So, this seam seal has failed, and the exact same is happening on the other side. In fact, a bit worse and dripping down. Now this is where I'm going to be setting up my vestibule, my inner. And it's dripping, look at that, it's coming in. That's a lot of water leaking in, a lot. What's happening is it's filling up above the zip and then coming in. So I'm going to have to duct tape this zip up to stop that from happening. I think it's the only way. I don't see anything else. So yeah, so zip connection there, leaking. It's leaking at the top of the stove jack here. See that? Look at that. And that's seam seal, and it's coming through the seam seal. So the seam seal is basically just failing. It's just not very good seam sealant. Look, even here, see all that? That's through the seam seal. Oh, Pomoli, I can see the seams everywhere else seem to be holding. No, this is a fail, I would say. That's a fail, just is. I'm gonna have to, so, I don't know, I could, I wanted to sleep up that end because the door is more secure here. You see, it's less secure here, it's open. See? It's where I've clamped it outside and down the bottom because the zipper's broken. But I might have to sleep up this end because it's less of a leak. We'll see. What I'll do is I'll duct tape it all. Oh, I really didn't want to have to do this. Yeah, I'll duct tape it and we'll see what that looks like afterwards. Welcome back everybody to cigar time. What a dinner. Right, now I've just put the hot water on, so I'm gonna have a hot chocolate. That rain was incredible. Oh, yep, here we go, boiling. Okay. That rain was absolutely insane, it really was. It just pelted down. Oh. I changed kettle to the Trangia kettle. This is a great kettle. Right. Oh, still drinking my wine. It's so nice. Yeah, so the rain has stopped. I don't know if we're going to get any more. But it's nice that it stopped. I couldn't hear myself think. It was so loud at one point. So crazy. And then of course I had the leaking. I did put duct tape there, but I don't know how much that will help, to be honest, if it will help at all. I've moved the stove around a bit just because I was getting hot. And now it's a cool breeze coming in. So I could move the stove a bit closer, but it's nice that you can see the flames, look. And you can see I've really stocked it up. Right, so from my viewer, thank you again for my Stogie Stay. What are we going to choose to have tonight? What haven't I had for a long time? Oh, you know what? We won't go Cuban. We're going to go the Griffin. The Griffin. This was from the same viewer. Let's try this. The Griffins. Oh, hand rolled. Metro Mano. It's got a lovely aroma. So thanks again everyone for coming on this trip. This was an impromptu trip. It really was. I wanted to test this tent because I just got it. It just arrived. They really bigged it up on the website, and I thought, you know what? Could this be the one? Could this be the tent that I could use on Mars that doesn't take up a huge amount of space in the truck? You see, the Zempire Air tent, the Pro tent that I have, is the bomb. That's the best. There's nothing better than that tent for those conditions. But it is enormous. It's huge. It's a lot of work. I love it, but it's huge. I wanted an easier solution. I thought, could this be it? I thought the Hilleberg Atlas would be it. But the Hilleberg Atlas leaks. But it is supremely strong. The Hilleberg Atlas is way stronger than this thing. So this tent, no, absolutely cannot do Mars in this tent. Just nothing about it is strong at all. The poles are weak. They're not DAC. The guy lines don't really work properly. They would probably get ripped straight out. The tent would fall to pieces. It would last. Be lucky if it lasted 20 minutes on Mars in a full storm. Not to mention, you'd have spindrift everywhere. And even if it was just rain, it would just be dripping in absolutely everywhere. It just wouldn't last. The zips would rip from the force of the wind. This is a rainy to fair weather tent. No matter what Pomoli say, the Barracuda 4 might look the business, but it isn't. It's for this calm, lovely conditions, maybe a bit of drizzle, that's it. And it's a great space. It's a big palace. As you can see, I've got tons and tons of room. Awesome. But it's expensive and it leaks and it will collapse. I guarantee it. There's no way this thing is strong enough. I might have to try Nortent. Nortent, do this polycotton series like the Gammy 8. I think that might be the way to go. It looks supremely strong, looks waterproof, looks like it can handle a decent storm. Anyway, thanks again everyone for coming on this. Thanks to all my members and subscribers, all our Patreon members, everyone who's bought merch. Thank you so much. All the super thanks, and people who like and subscribe and send us posts and gifts to the PO box, and buy me a coffee members. All of those go to the pups, Bernie and Bolly. Thank you so much. So what are we going to talk about? Only a few things tonight, because I've got another camp in 2 days. I want to save some things. First thing, in the UK, there's this thing going on with the flag debate. People are getting in trouble for flying the George Cross flag, the St. George flag. It's the English flag, England. Now, let me explain. There's the Union Jack, which is for the United Kingdom, okay? And it's meant to sort of comprise Scotland, Wales, England, and Northern Ireland. Great. That's technically the national flag for the United Kingdom. But then you've got England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. Well, in Northern Ireland, they fly their flag. In Scotland, they fly their flag. In Wales, they fly their flag. They don't usually fly the Union Jack. In England, if you fly the English flag, the St. George flag, you can get in trouble and you can get hate. People say it's visceral. People say it's objectionable. It's whatever. It's ridiculous. So, for our friends in America, how do I think of the reaction that the Confederate flag gets? Not for the same reasons, but, well, some of them are. But think of the reaction that the Confederate flag gets. That's the reaction that the England flag is getting right now in a lot of places. Unless there's a football team, unless the England football team is playing, or the England rugby team is playing, really, you're not allowed to really put your flag up, which I find absolutely bizarre. I really do. If you're not proud of your country, and you're not proud, in fact, if you don't like your country, I can understand why you don't want to see the flag. So anyone that doesn't like to see the England flag doesn't like England. It's as simple as that in my eyes. It really is. And I'm ashamed of it because I'm English. I'm from England. I was born in England. And it really winds me up. It really does. I love the fact that Scotland is so patriotic. Wales is so patriotic. Northern Ireland is patriotic. I love the fact America is patriotic and loves its flag. Although there I see the same issues. Anyway, it's annoying me. As I say, I'm going to keep this one quick. Cracker Barrel in the US. Wow. Talk about a hero to zero moment. So they made a sort of a similar thing. They did a similar thing sort of to what Jaguar did, which was a total rebrand. And they got rid of the original component of the Cracker Barrel logo, which was what, Uncle Hirsch or something? I've eaten in Cracker Barrel. You know, it's basic food, but it's fun. Anyway, he invented it, he created it, he founded it. The marketing team at Cracker Barrel, which I must point out, whether it's relevant or not, I don't know, is entirely female. White female. That's the entire marketing department. The CEO is also female. They changed the logo to just saying Cracker Barrel, and they got rid of the founder off of the logo, leaning on the barrel. Now, this did not go down well with regular patrons and investors. And even Trump tweeted about it. But basically, the stock tanked. People said we're boycotting the store, the restaurants. And I think it took 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. And the CEO had to completely back down and do a flip around and put the original logo back. That exercise cost them a lot of money. And I'm assuming it cost someone their job. They screwed up big time. Here's the thing. Don't mess with a winning formula. Not for the sake of that. And they're obviously preaching something. Let's get rid of the past and move on to the future. But the past is what founded it. Wasn't they're riding on the coattails of others. These CEOs, these marketing teams, everyone else, they haven't created anything. All they've done is milk the product that someone else has created. And in this case, this guy, and they decided, no, time to erase him. But he created it. It's a ridiculous notion to erase history, and that's what this is all about, erasing history, and it really winds me up. When is this going to end? They did this in Jaguar. They tried to erase the history of Jaguar, and the company has almost collapsed. It's almost gone. I don't think they've sold a single car in a year. There's no stock, there's no new cars, and no one is interested in the brand. And the guy got fired, and the CEO got fired. So look, the fact of the matter is, and it really is now true, go woke, go broke. You know, was it Michael Jordan famously said, Republicans buy sneakers too? Business is business. Stop telling your customers what to do and think. Stop preaching. Everyone is sick of it. I am sick of being told what to do by businesses. It's none of your damn business what I do or think. Just make your products and shut up. That's it. It's like celebrities telling us, I'm voting for this person, this is why you should. It's like, shut up. Nobody cares. So, you do you and just shut up and sell your, sing your songs and that's it. Make your movies, that's it. Just shut up. Ricky Gervais said it best, at the Golden Globes. He basically said to them, no one's interested in your opinion. You don't know about the real world, and most of you have spent less time in college than Greta Thunberg. Fact. Okay, that was a pretty good rant. And I've ranted today about this tent, so we'll leave it there. What have I been watching? Well, I guess there was this show called Hostage on Netflix. That was pretty good. Some of it was a bit unbelievable. It was basically, let me just give this a stoke. It's set in the UK, the Prime Minister's husband, oh man, there's so much heat coming out of that. Whoa, God, I can't even put my hand near it. It's so hot in there. The Prime Minister's husband gets kidnapped. Yeah, it's pretty good. Again, not totally believable, but pretty good. Oh, yeah. And another thing I watched was The Biggest Loser on Netflix. It was a sort of a expose documentary about the show Biggest Loser and what it made the contestants go through and how brutal it was and how they've all put the weight back on, and it was shocking, to be honest. But this was #1 show for quite a while in the US, and everyone had heard of it, and it was a big deal. But it turns out that all was not well. All was not as it seemed, and they seem to have affected their metabolism forever now. So these people have now got such a low metabolic rate, that they pile the weight on no matter what they do, and there's nothing they can do about it, and they're gaining more weight than when they went into Biggest Loser. That's pretty scary. Yeah. So be careful with that stuff. It's a shocker, it really is. All right, everyone, that was a really quick one. This cigar is lovely, the Griffin's. It's very mild, very mild, but very tasty. It's going well with the wine. I'm sure it will go well with a bit of hot chocolate. Yeah, better with the wine though. I've got some rum over there. I might have a little sip of that later. I'm going to chill out, and I'll bring you back for setting up the bedroom and my bed and everything. Let's hope we don't get any more rain tonight, because that was ridiculous volume of rain. I'm hoping that's it. It's over, because I don't want any more leaking. I'm hoping it just gets cold. All right, everyone, bring you back at bedtime. Cheers. Thanks for coming. Right, welcome back, everybody. We're all zipped up, enclosed. Let's get this inner set up. It's raining again. Not heavy, luckily. Just drizzle. I've got the fire just, oh, it's just lovely. It's now that I've closed the door, it's so warm in here. It's really nice. I'm going to keep the fire going all night. Right, let's see what we're dealing with this inner. I'm hoping this isn't just a pile of mesh. I'm hoping that it's actually going to have a DWR coated inner. And I have no idea how to set it up because, again, no instructions with this tent. I don't even know where to start. So what are we looking at? Right, we've got buckle here. Some sort of pegging. So you can peg this down somewhere, I guess. Oh, okay. I guess that can peg outside. Let's have a look. I'm assuming you've got to start with the back. Oh yeah, it comes with pegs. Comes with 2 pegs, I think. Yep, 2 basic pegs. Again, no instructions. What is going on at Pomoli? I mean, can you imagine Nature Hike trying to pull this off? No way. All right, so I've got a hook here and a hook here. That's got to go in that corner, I'm assuming. Yeah, it must be. And then it opens up like this. Except I've got it upside down. Oh, no, I haven't. Gosh, this is... Hang on. Now, I know some people will say, oh, you should have set this up at home just to work it out. No, they should have just given me instructions. All right, here we go. I see where this has got to go now. This is still leaking at the back here. I really hope this thing is waterproof. Right, so we've got these we've got these clips at the back. Need to be clipped in. And do you pull them tight? I'm assuming you do not. Oh, I can't really film this bit. Oh. Right, clip in the back here. Come on. Excuse the arse shot. Okay, clip there. And a clip here. Tell you what, the material seems pretty thick. Here's hoping that it's going to be good enough. Alright, so I'm going to pull these really tight all the way in. Because I'm assuming that's what you're meant to do. You've got to do that at the beginning, because there's no way to do that once you've got this clipped in and strapped in the tops. Alright. And then, now what? I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, there's another one here. Ah, I see where we're going with this. Okay, so this one comes over to here. Alright, that one's already pretty tight. And then another one in the other corner. Somewhere. Alright. I don't know if you can leave this connected when you pack it down. I'm going to try. Alright. That's tight. Yep. Okay. So there's a clip here. Oops. What was that? Oh no, it just ripped off. I barely stood on it and it's ripped off the thing. Oh my goodness, Pomoli, come on. It's completely ripped off. Did you hear that tear? I barely touched it. And that's ripped off. In fact, you know what? I can't even see where it was connected. It was like taped on. This is a pile of junk. An absolute pile of junk. Oh, Pomoli. What are you doing to me here? I paid good money for this. And it's just junk. Oh. I know, someone's going to say, oh, blah, 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 but I'm telling you, it's rubbish. Don't buy Pomoli. Alright, let's do the rest of it. Oh man. Pomoli are going to be so disappointed, I'm sure, that this has failed so badly for me. So many bits damaged so quickly and so easily. Honestly, I barely stood on that corner. Let me turn this down, it's so bright. I barely touched it. I just caught it with my foot. And it, you know, it's so bad. Look, I can't even see. It looks like it was here. I can see what the problem is. It's stitched barely, like 2 stitches on. So I'm definitely going to have to peg that down. Oh well, luckily it comes with pegs. Because I do have another one of these in the truck. If I really had to, I could just chuck this one and get another one. But no, I'm going to persist. Let's see if this thing will work even. Wow, this is a pile of crap, it really is. I don't think I've ever had a worse experience than this. Right, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to definitely peg this out because I have now lost that corner. Oh man. All right, let's peg this corner out. Well, now I'm afraid everything else is gonna rip as I peg it. Whew, okay. All right, what we're missing here now, so. And you know what else? I think this is missing some hooks. In fact, I'm missing a whole series. This can't be right. Is it really? That's it? There must be another inner for this thing, because this just doesn't seem right. There's more hooks than there are. Well, there's more grommets than there are hooks. Okay, well, let's give it a go. Oh, holy moly. I don't know, guys. Seriously, I just don't know. I've got dripping coming in. You can hear it dripping. There's nothing to hook that top bit onto. Okay, we're looking good now. I've got it. I think this material is respectable. I think the inner is pretty strong. I'm just afraid that it's gonna rip. And there isn't a top one. Wow, I think we're all clipped in now. Yeah. That's pretty basic, I've got to say, pretty basic. I know you can't really see it where you are, what this looks like. I've got another thing I can peg here. So let's do this corner as well. All right. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have anything here, so there's nothing to connect to. Well, let's have a look inside and see what we're looking at here. Oh, it's a good space. Yeah, it's a good space inside. And it looks like a solid material. So this is all solid. Yep. Now what will be interesting to see is if my cot bed fits inside here. Look, I don't break things deliberately. If it's crap, it's crap. Okay, my cot bed fits. Yeah, no problem. All right, we're in. And this has got a proper door and it's got mesh. Actually, you know what? This is a nice inner. The inner is nice. It's just a shame that it tore straight away at the connector. This looks like a pretty good place to be in. All right, everyone. We're looking good now. So, but, oh. There's no toggles. They've forgotten to put the toggles on. There's 2 loops. No. Oh, hang on, here it is. Wow, that's buried under the fabric. Hey? How's this? That can't be right. Oh man. Yeah, okay. So they've stitched the toggles inside the mesh fabric accidentally. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. They've... Oh my gosh. This is dire. All right, I've got to open the mesh fabric. It seems to be able to toggle all of this back, because yeah, the toggles are in the mesh. All right, everyone. Yeah, I think I've got it. Okay, right. I'm gonna get on with this, and I'll bring you back getting into bed. We're gonna inflate the pump. I'm gonna work this out. Oh, I finally found the toggle. It's this is bizarre. What a bizarre tent. It really is. I've used a lot of tents. I'm gonna get a lot of comments now from Pomoli lovers, Pomoli fanboys, that I've done something wrong. But I haven't. It's just ill-conceived, this tent. It's not worth the money at all. Pretty much any tent that leaks, especially where this is leaked, is not worth the money. All right, there we go. Okay, it's a cocoon. Not bad. Good space. Yeah, you couldn't fit 4 people in though. I don't see how. Oh yeah, maybe I'll sleep up that end. Okay everyone, bring you back when I'm going to bed. Right. Okay, it's late. Time to set this bed up. So something about this inner that's weird. There's a couple of pockets. There's one here, there's one at the other end. There's nowhere to hang a light except at the very front, which is a bit odd. I would expect there to be a light attachment here. I mean, they've got the hooks here already, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're rocking the Thermarest Max pad. Very comfy pad. Got a small pad pump here, the mini flex tail. It gets the job done eventually. It's not the quickest, but it works. All right. Oh, it's raining again. So it's clear sky out there. So I don't know where the rain clouds are and where the rain's coming from. But when I looked out there last, there were stars. So we've got the Big Agnes, Diamond Park. So this is a 0 degree bag. I've got my lovely King Camp pillow. This is my favorite, as I've said many times, my favorite bag of them all for car camping. It just is so warm. And unfortunately for everyone, they don't make it anymore. It's a discontinued product. Diamond Park. I don't know why. Because I think it's incredible. Maybe they're coming up with a new version. Right, let's set this thing up. And then we're good for bed. Right, so the temperature outside now is just above freezing. Just. So we're in for a pretty cold night. I'm going to leave the fire on all night, but low. go. And then pillow tucks in under here, like so. And we have the most comfortable sleep system I have ever used, with zips both sides to get in. When you put it on this King Camp stretcher bed, honestly, it's as comfy as being at home. It just is. I love this bag. It's so lovely. Oh, it's like old school, heavy down. 600 loft. Okay, so here's the plan. It's now 16 minutes past 10. It's just above freezing. It's 1 degree outside. In here it says it's 13.8. So the interior temperature doesn't work. Never has on this ThermoPro. Humidity is correct, 62%, 99% outside. But in here it says it's 13.8 and getting colder. That's ridiculous. It's boiling in here. It's got to be 18, 19 Celsius easily. So it's never worked, the internal. I've heard this from a lot of people, that the internal monitor doesn't work, the external one does. And I've got to say, yeah, it's never worked. All right, everyone. See you in bed. Oh, oh, a cocoon. Oh, it's just, this is such a nice space to be in. Oh, Big Agnes, if you're listening, this is the best thing you have ever made for sleeping. The Diamond Park. It's just a lovely, lovely bag. I can't believe you've stopped making it. These are rare. If you can find one, it's a rare thing. So if you can find one of these, this is the 0. I've also got a 30 Fahrenheit. This is the 0 Fahrenheit. If you can find one, grab it. Honestly, it's big, but if you're a big guy, big person, or you like a big space, it's what you need. Right, everyone, I've turned the fire right down to minimum. That should burn all night, I think, just to take the edge off. Now, one thing I don't like about this tent especially is the massive gaps under the walls, because it's not to the floor. So I could get a possum coming in here, or a weka, or whatever, in the middle of the night. What do? I've got food in here. You know, it's a problem. It's a big concern. There's a gap under here. It's like that big. A weka or a possum could easily come under there. I can't believe it doesn't go all the way down to the ground. This tent is so flawed, honestly. Oh, it's one of the most... I'm so disappointed. I thought this thing was going to be a bunker. That's the way they market it. But no, it's just... I don't know what it is. It's just weird. It's just a weird tent. It's a lot of space, but it doesn't work. It leaks. It's a weird, weird tent. I'm definitely going to reach out to Nortent about the Gammy 8. See if they can send me one. You can't buy them actually in New Zealand, so I'll actually need them to send me one. But that looks like a decent tent with a good, similar sort of space. Right, I'm feeling really hot in here now, toasty. But I want to keep the stove on. I don't want any condensation in here in the morning. I will zip this door up, completely seal myself in here. It's a breathable fabric. It doesn't have any venting, I think. But I think it does breathe, so we should be okay. You could just see through the fabric. So I'm hoping it will retain its heat and out there will stay dry. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming on this. See you in the morning. Night, everybody. Oh, it's 1 a.m. This has been going on for an hour. It's so loud. Maybe I'll get more sleep, I don't know. The fire is toasty. Almost too warm. It feels really warm in here. But this says 9 degrees. Celsius. Alright. Let's see how long this lasts. Bring you back later, everyone. Morning, everybody. Oh, it rained like crazy all night, and it's still drizzling. That was a mega night of rain. Oh, I got hot, really hot. Now it's freezing. My fire is pretty much done. Oh, I'll get up. The birds are up. They're singing. Listen to the birds. What a beautiful morning chorus. Alright, I've got to get up. Let's get coffee on urgently. So, get up, get changed, put coffee on. Oh, that was a loud night. Okay. Oh. Oh, you know, I was thinking all night about this tent. You know, I just put my hand in a pocket here, just to get the phone out here, this pocket, and it immediately ripped. It just collapsed, the pocket. All I did was put my hand in. This tent, especially for the money, is crazy. This, honestly, it's worth no more than a couple of $100. What they're selling this for is criminal. It really is. Now, Pomoly is a Chinese company. We have laws in New Zealand that protect us, consumer law that protects us against, you know, purchases that are rubbish, you know, where it hasn't delivered what it's promised to deliver. The thing is, I don't think Pomoly operates within our law. So I don't know what their response is going to be. The irony is they do follow me on social media. They wanted to collaborate with me for ages, but I really don't do collaborations. I like to buy things and test them so that I get to give you guys a really fair appraisal of what's going on. You know, I'm being as honest as I can. And they're not going to like this at all. They're not going to like this video. It'll be interesting to see what they say on social media. Go through my Instagram and Facebook and you see that there's a little bit of comments by Pomoly going, oh, great setup, blah, blah, blah. They sound nice, but we'll see if they like this video. Right, my fire, it's cranking again. I've still got water leaking up there, that corner, so much water. And it's dripping onto the stove. I think there's a pool of water up there and it's leaking through the seam sealant. So the stove jack seam sealant doesn't seem to work because it's dripping. You can hear it sizzling as it hits the fire. Did that all night, was driving me crazy. Right, so the good thing about the charcoal is, listen to that sizzle. You'll see it hit the spot. You'll see it hit there. The good thing about the charcoal is you turn it down and in the morning it's still completely burning hot. It's a really slow burn. So that thing is now going to crank. I had this thing closed all night and there's still plenty in there to heat up. I've got the light on, that's why it's so bright in here. The actual brightness in here, if I turn this off, is that. It's pitch black in here, which is pretty good. Oh, now that I've got the stove cranking, it's warmed up very quickly in here. It's nice. Right, let's get the kettle on top of here and we'll get a coffee on. Right. I think we can open this door now. You can hear that dripping on here. Let's get a coffee on. This could take quite a while to get. I mean, I don't need it boiling, I just need it hot. Yeah, I think we can open this door now because it seems to have stopped raining. So let's open it up. So yeah, I used these clamps that I have with the truck. I always carry these, they're really strong. And they did the trick. They seem to hold it together all night, no problem. Let's get rid of some of this water off here. Okay. Looking good. Oh, wow. I've got to show you this. It snowed last night up there. Oh. Oh, the temp material's freezing cold. Oh, let me show you outside. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Look at that snow. Wow. Don't know if you can really make that out behind the cloud. But the snow came down quite low. It's just sort of there. It looks like cloud on the hill, mountain. That's all snow. And there, I don't think any of that was there yesterday. We'll go for a wander. Actually, let's go have a look at the river now. There's camp. Whew, it's chilly. I need to walk just to warm up. Looking good. The awning held up remarkably well. That's got a lot of, is that ice or water on there? I think there's some ice on there. So I'm actually camped right next to a little stream. Hang on, let me just change the camera settings. So, look, I've got this little creek right behind the tent. So beautiful. Very calming. Even after all that rain, it's barely flowing. Lovely. Very, very crystal clear mountain spring water. Right. Let's I'm going to show you the rest. Where I am. So, massively disappointed in this tent. I'm massively disappointed because it cost me, I'd say, 800 plus. Because I got the inners as well. I had to pay for the inners. I'm never using that again. I can't think of a circumstance I'd want to use it. If it was just cold, no rain, and I knew there was not going to be any rain, no wind, as a hot tent, I still wouldn't use it. Because I'd use the RBM. I've got a big RBM Panda tent, hot tent. And I've got two RBM tents. They work just fine. And they don't leak. So why would I use this? I thought this was going to be a tough tent. It's turned out to suck. It's a suck tent. My first time using any Pomoli gear as well. So it looks like it's chucking down up here. And it looks like it's snowing up here. Look, I've got snow just on the hills right behind the tent here. Loads of snow up there. Loads of snow. It really dumped down with snow. And it's still snowing up there this morning. I think it's going to rain on us again any second. So let's have a quick look over here. Because I think it is going to get wet very soon. Oh, there's no way down. Oh, I'm not clambering down those rocks. There is a stream over there. Gosh, look at these river rocks. I don't know how these got here. I think they must have been piled here at some point. Okay, so we'll quickly go and have a look at this stream. Oh, it's so lovely here. I thought I was camping down here, right by the stream, because I do like the sound of the water. But this is just a bit barren, isn't it? And now I know what I know about this tent. I'm glad I didn't, in case the wind picked up or something. This is one of my most favourite spots. Check this out. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Oh, but it's cold. I've got to head back. And I'm sure that's going to come down on us soon. So I don't think, whatever this is, I don't think it's over. Because, oh yeah, that's moving towards us. So it's going to rain again. Or snow, I don't know. It was touch and go whether it was going to snow last night. Obviously it didn't. Not down here. But look, that's a good dump of snow up there. Really good dump. So what's that come down to? About 800 meters, about 1,000 meters that's come down to. Yeah. All right, see you back. Time for coffee. Sounds like we got back just in time. It's just starting to rain again, as we saw, but my view out there is spectacular, it really is. I'm very lucky. Right, now I can hear this thing bubbling away. So we're gonna have these Maxim Cafe Golds. They're Korean. Quick and easy. You don't need to do a lot of effort to have a cup of coffee. Okay, let's see how we're doing in here. No, we're not there yet. Soon. Does take a long time cooking on this. It's a lot easier cooking on gas. Right. I think what I'm going to do is get this coffee on. I am so full from last night. Let me just move you around a bit. Hold on. How's that? There you go. I'm so full from last night that there's no way I can eat breakfast. I just can't do it. The thought of food right now, that was massive. I ate both those naans. I had the curry and all that rice. And then I had some biscuits afterwards for dessert. This dripping is so annoying. That's going to drive me absolutely nuts. Oh, I can't believe this thing leaks so much. Yeah, I had a lot of food. But I'll burn it off. I'm not a small guy. Not like some we know. Alright everyone, I'm going to have this coffee. Come on. I'm sure we're not far off now. And then we'll pack down. Because I've got a feeling it's going to chuck down. But at least I've got the awning. So much easier to put stuff in the truck and not get wet. Right, just waiting for this water. Okay. Oh, I need this. Oh, it's nice. Oh. Cheers, everyone. Oh yeah. Oh, if this tent didn't leak, if it wasn't such a weak tent, all the materials are so weak, the zips, the inners, the straps, everything's so weak, everything is just hanging on by a thread so they can make it lightweight. It could be a good tent. What a view. It's chucking down. I think it's time to pack down and say goodbye to this sorry tent. It's going to be consigned to the bin. I'll probably end up giving it to charity like I do with most of the other ones and just say to them, look, it needs some work on it. It's a fair weather tent. But there are kids that, charities where kids use these things in decent conditions, just need a tent. And for that, it'll be perfect. Group shelter, a bunch of scouts, they might like it. All right, let's begin the pack down. And as usual, I'm going to fast forward from now. Okay, I need to dismantle the stove, get all the ash out of it, put it out in the rain, and let the stove cool down before I can put it away. Oh, it's really jammed on. The flue is jammed on. This could take a bit. It just wasn't quite straight, and that's why the flue wouldn't come off. Right, we've got to let this all cool down. We've got to empty the fire. So I'm going to go and empty it, dig a little hole for it. Okay, while that's cooling down, let's put the tent away. So this is the bit that's leaking on both ends of the tent, right here. The water is coming in here, filling up and spilling out. So the seam seal's failed here. I don't know. There's a lot wrong with this tent. Maybe this is why I've never seen a review of it. Okay, just got to fold up the awning and then we're good to go. I think the tent, it'd be unfair to call it garbage because it was a big nice space, but man, what a disappointment. A step ladder would be handy. This thing's 6.5, 7 feet up in the air. Oh, I can't feel my fingers. Freezing cold now. Oh, so cold. Oh, great success. Oh, my fingers. Oh man. That was the easiest I think I've ever had of a awning setup, pack down. That might have looked hard, but it wasn't. Not compared to normal. We had the zips, you got to roll it up, it's got to be perfect, you got to fit it in. That's a clean setup. I've got to dry everything out when I get home, so I've got to open it all up again anyway. Okay, sight is clear. There's nothing left. I can't see any pegs. Okay, let's get out of here. All right, everyone. Well, wow, what a camp. Thanks for coming on that. I've got about a 2-hour drive home now. Stick around to see Bernie and Bolly at the end. The greeting that they give me when I get home. It was a good camp, I enjoyed it. Just a lot of letdown with that tent. What a disaster that thing was. Oh, let me just get onto the road here. All right. So I've got to drive along this road now. I've got a couple of hours. Whew. I think I'll bring you all back with Bernie and Bolly. We've got some river crossings to do, stream crossings. They should be fun. Back out onto the road. All right, river crossings. Pretty low. It's gonna be a big splash. Here we go. Second one. Alright everyone, bring you back for Bernie and Bolly. Alright everybody, I'm home. Oh, here come the puppies. Get ready for it. It's attack time. Let me open this up because... Hello my puppies! Hello! Hang on, oh, I'm sorry. Get ready for it. Ready. Hello, puppies. Hello, Benny. Hello, Benny. Hello. Hello. Hello, Bolly. Hello. Hello, my lovelies. Hello. 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 All right, calm down. All right, everybody. Bolly, shh. Hello, Benny. Okay. Oh. Oh, hello, Benny. Benny, it's okay. It's okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming on this one. Great trip. Thanks for the likes, subscribes, comments, thumbs up, everything else. Thank you so much, and we'll bring you back again soon from Tony and probably Bernie and maybe Bolly from AB Camping. Thanks again, everybody. Bye. Bernie.